What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Brian Mello with Marty's Buick, GMC, and Chevrolet, and in today's video, we'll be discussing the resurrection of the GMC Vandura. If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you aren't already. I upload fresh General Motors content every single week, so if that's something that you're into, be sure to tune in. I think you guys are going to love this one. Let's get into it. Real quick before we get started, if you're looking for the best place to grab OEM parts or accessories for your GM car, truck, or SUV, my friends over at gmpartsdepartment.com got you covered. Whether it's floor mats or window switches, engines or emblems, the guys over at gmpartsdepartment.com have everything you need shipped right to your door. Just choose your vehicle or enter your VIN and start shopping for genuine GM parts today. All right, guys, let's talk today about the possibilities of a new GMC Vandura. The Vandura was produced between 1964 and 1996, and during its run, GMC didn't really make many changes to the Vandura as far as looks went, but many improvements were made simply in order to bring the vehicle up to speed with the ever-changing safety and fuel regulations. Now, as I've discussed in some of my other van videos, these days, customization is king. It seems that the easier the platform is to customize, the more the consumers flock to it. And this may just be one of the main reasons for the Vandura's popularity, because long before the Sprinter van builds were even a thought, conversion companies and DIY owners were able to fully customize the Vandura to exactly their liking. Whether it be for camping or commercial, the GMC Vandura just seemed to fit the bill. Now, the first generation Vandura ran from 1964 to 1966, and it was powered by either a flat 4 or flat 6 Chevrolet power plant. The design of the van was, pretty basic. Rear windows were actually optional, and there were no available power steering, power brakes, or air conditioning. Yeah, the struggle was real back then. Now, for its second generation, which ran from 1967 to 1970, GM gave the Vandura a slight redesign, gave it a curved windshield, and an optional longer wheelbase. But the third generation, that was the one. It was by far the longest and most successful, running from 1971 to 1995. This Vandura had a more solid construction, truck-style hubs and brakes, and a huge choice of engines, ranging from a 4.1-liter 6 to a 7.4-liter V8. Popularity of the third generation Vandura exploded when a little show called The A-Team featured the van in every single episode. Perhaps some of you have heard of it. Now, aside from Mr. T, the Vandura might be the most popular character from that 80s series. But like all good things, the A-Team had to come to an end, and shortly after, so did the Vandura. But in 2010, a new A-Team movie brought the van back into the limelight.
You miss me? 'Cause I miss you.
The van used for the movie was actually a customized 1994 Chevy G20, the corporate twin to the Vandura. The movie star van was even put on display outside the main hall at the 2010 New York Auto Show. And needless to say, no matter the age, everybody loved the thing. It would seem to me that with all the nostalgia and love for the GMC Vandura, if GMC decided to bring back the famed van, there's a strong possibility that it could sell pretty well. But what would it look like? And of course, we've got to know, would you buy one? Well, once again, my good friend and talented artist Oscar Vargas, known on Instagram as WBArtist20, took to the challenge of creating his vision of a new GMC Vandura. And I'd say it looks pretty damn good, in my opinion. Oscar started with the current generation GMC Sierra 1500, but not just any GMC Sierra 1500. He decided to utilize the Harley Edition from Tuscany Trucks to style his new Vandura off of. And by using the Harley Edition, the van got kind of a kick start with a few custom elements like the honeycomb grille with red surround, the custom 22-inch wheels, red tow hooks, and LED light bar integrated into the front bumper, along with a few other accent items. It's a van after all, so it does appear we've got big power sliding doors, power running boards, a massive hood scoop, and we can just assume there's a 6.2-liter under the hood and four-wheel drive. I think it's safe to say that this would be the van to rule all the other vans. Do you think it's too much to ask for that new interior that was revealed to us last week in the new Silverado? Nah. But we're not done just yet, because after all, if this van can't pull off the A-Team look, can we even call it a Vandura? Hold my beer, because Oscar thought the same thing, and with a few little tweaks, he gave this new Vandura the A-Team treatment, and I'd say it's a knock out of the park. I pity the fool that wouldn't want this van. Sorry guys, I had to. So now the big question is, of course, would you buy one? If this was parked next to, say, a new Yukon on the dealership lot, would you give it a chance? Or just laugh and run back to the traditional SUV design that's pretty much taken over the world at this point? Me personally, I have to say that with every van design that we've discussed on this channel, whether it be this one, the famed Astro van, or the Cadillac Escalade Caddy van, we still haven't decided on the name for that thing, I'm starting to feel like General Motors really needs to make one of these happen. I know you're watching General Motors. Give the people a van. Join the conversation below and answer the question, of course, would you buy one? As always, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you made it this far in the video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you aren't already. Check out my friends over at gmpartsdepartment.com for all your GM OEM parts needs, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks again.